Greetings and salutations, Andrews. This is Wolfphototech, and here we are with another little fun video. This time it's just me showing off the Dungeons & Dragons 2023 calendar with bonus poster. This calendar is basically based around all the classes, but specifically like common armor or clothing sets for Dungeons & Dragons characters. You know, sort of the stereotypical. Andrews McMeel Publishing produces this, and they use printed with soy ink. Officially Wizards of the Coast product. And I flip it over, and there we go. And put that on top of my coffee cup for now. There is nothing else inside the envelope for it. Take it off my coffee cup because coffee cup stain. And then in here there's a hardening cardboard that hardens it, as well as a poster which has all the armors from the calendar or clothes for each character class, or at least 12 of them, not Artificer. You got Cleric, Bard, which actually is a Troubadour, a Paladin, a Druid, a Wizard or Sorcerer. Got to confirm off that. Yeah, that's Wizard. And then you have a Monk, most likely Sorcerer, a Fighter, a Ranger, possibly a Warlock. That's my best guess. A Rogue, and a Barbarian. Not in the typical order in which most people think of it. And yes, in fact, I am correct, because it's stated, it's written in the corner. That's what that is. So I got it right on each one. So here you go. It's actually a fairly nice large calendar. In the first section, it's the last few months of 2022. We're currently in 2022. I happen to have, if you can see up here, my other Dungeons & Dragons calendar hanging up here on my wall. I actually use it to write down all my video schedule for my channels. But anyways, you got this small section, and then it goes right to the Cleric for January, which, interestingly enough, Cleric is one of my favorite character classes. In fact, I love every single character class in Pathfinder 2nd edition and Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, as well as 4th edition and 3.5 and so forth. Cleric happens to be one of my favorite easy go-tos for a character class. They have so much versatility in play. You can play them offensively, either melee or spell. You can be a support character. You can be an offense spellcaster. You could be a healer. You're literally the best healer there is in general. So forth. So there you go. Happens to be my birthday is on a holy day of the year on this calendar, which is actually awesome in itself. We have Bard. The sections are actually fairly large, so it's easy to write inside them. However, they're not nearly as large as I would like them. I would almost like it if this section was a little taller up here and went a little lower down here, you know. Went a little higher, went a little lower, went a little closer to the edge. I literally need as much space on a calendar as possible, but I want a calendar that also still looks nice. You got a really nice Paladin Armor. In fact, I love the fact that it's blue and silver, which are among my favorite colors, but of course I like all colors because I'm a painter. It's a thing. I'm a colorist. I really like the fine degrees between little shades of green and gray, and little texture you can add in as you put in every little line or layer on painting. You got yourself a Druid. That's actually rather nice. However, the white sheath is not very typical of a Druid for as far as modern people's perspective of a Druid is. And nor is it exactly... I don't believe it's actually historically accurate either. It's usually brown or gray as a hood. So I don't know. You got a Wizard cloak, which is actually rather nice. You got a lot of beakers. which actually kind of veers off towards that artificer territory. You got a monk, which is pretty Western, stereotypical of Eastern monks. Got your sorcerer, which is more elementally tied in. You got a fighter. Your ranger. Your warlock. Your rogue. Yet again, very stereotypical of a rogue, except there's no heavy amounts of black leather there. Then you have your barbarian. Barbarians are typically designed, or the concept of barbarians are actually a fusion of Viking berserkers and stereotypes of Conan the Barbarian. So that's actually not terribly bad. You could have some chainmail there too, but that's not D&D barbarian. That is more or less classic barbarian and Viking. Vikings did use armor. So it's actually a rather nice calendar. I do like it. And the bonus poster is nice too. It's definitely better than the bonus item that came in my other calendar. It's just a little photo of Tiamat off the cover of one of the adventures. Rise of Tiamat. Yeah. So that's actually rather nice. Yet again, the bard is technically a troubadour. It's not a bard. Bards are something else entirely different in history and mythology. Bards are actually closer to wizards as a character in mythology. But more or less storytellers, documentarians of history and culture. So, less pretty performative art and more like library nerd. So there you go. That is the Dungeons & Dragons 2023 calendar with bonus poster. Iconic player classes, armor, and clothing. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful week, and a magnificent month. And see you next time.